Thank you for that lovely introduction. I did copious amounts of mushrooms when I was younger, and I don't remember much, but I think I would like to tell you about my first time. I just moved to California, about half an hour away from Tijuana. I was living on a beach in a youth hostel that looked pretty bad. It was very cheap to live there, so it was just fine for me. Some of the friends, which I call them friends, but I actually don't really know them, I just met them like a week ago, said, Adida, come have some mushrooms with us. And because I wanted to be cool, I said, sure, I do lots of mushrooms all the time. Come on, bring it. Not a good idea. So we tried, I think they were Hawaiian mushrooms. I ate them like candy. Tried to hide the face when you eat the mushrooms. Like, yeah, I love it. Good taste. It's fresh. I had no idea what I'm doing. We're about 6 people. Half of them were German. I think a Dutchman and an Australian. Everybody's talking. The hostel is right there on the beach. We go, sit down on the beach, everybody starts slowly tripping out, and nothing's happening to me. Half an hour pass by, the Germans go check some fire, disappeared. I think the Australians start playing with a dog that went by. The others decided to go eat something. Still, I'm not feeling anything. I think an hour went by, I'm alone there on the sand. Sunset starts to come. I feel like something's wrong with me because I should be tripping, but I don't feel anything. So I'm bummed, sitting there, can't find no one, it's getting dark. Sadness falls upon me. And slowly I look at my feet, which are deep, stuck into the sand. And for some reason, I notice there's snakes all around me. Under the sand, moving slowly. I'm okay. I don't think California beach have snakes, definitely not 2,000 of them circling me in a very mathematical pattern. So I decided to stand up and enjoy the show and at the same time freak the fuck out. I decided to go to a higher area, so there's a pile of rocks behind me, so I go up. It's about a meter or two, but I was able to see the beach in a better way. When I went on top of the pile of rocks, which took me forever to climb, even though later I found out it was about this high, and I'm not short, so... I look at the beach, I see the horizon, and the entire beach is moving with gazillion snakes. Obviously, my brain is telling me this could not be possible. The San Diego Zoo did not unleash 20,000 snakes on the beach at this moment. So I took the time to see like if something here is beyond me, beyond my reasoning. I noticed that the waves work extremely together with the waves. So as the water wave crashed, the ripple effect continued on the sand, hit the wall of the boardwalk and came back, as if it was underwater experience in sand. This was fantastic. It was super beautiful. I start to understand that everything is connected together. The sand is part of the ocean. It's all part of the land. There's waves, electromagnetics, things I don't even know nothing about. Made sense at that moment. I immediately wanted to find my friends to tell them, but no one was around. So I decided I have to go back to the hostel and find people to see this adventure that I've just discovered. Um, the second that I climbed over the wall of the boardwalk, my feet touched cement, and everything went dark. Cement does not move. It is pretty cold. I became sad again, and even terrified, because it was not as fun as walking on sand. I felt I was a part of Earth. If you ever done mushrooms, you have this longing for nature. That does not happen when you go into a city. So I decided, like, I don't like this. This is not moving. It's not fun. There's no snakes here. I'll walk to the hostel, and I hope I'll find the people I just met, and hope that the adventure continues. I got lost. I went into a street which I thought was the street of the hostel, and I was going completely the wrong way. And I started noticing a mathematical equation in the city. The streets were parallel, cars were parallel, buildings right next to each other in a very man-made form. And that really pissed me off. I remember that, like, this is not fun, this is not organic, like there, the ocean, where things moved. Why would we make something like this? And nobody answered me, because this was in my head. And as I kept walking, I stared at living rooms. And I love doing that. If you ever done that, you walk on the street and you imagine life inside that living room. And I saw a pattern there also. People watching television, people eating, people watching television, people eating, people watching television, people watching television while eating, somebody sleeping on the couch. I didn't know how to digest it, because these are scenes I've seen all the time. But I start to understand that, like, the search for entertainment and security has made us boxed environment man-made. The cars really pissed me off. I would hit them like, what is this metal beast? Surprisingly, I did not get arrested that day. It is California, so I think it was completely okay. Why would we build these machines of death, and why are they parked in a row and not in a nice swervely way? Slowly I started to understand that I'm tripping really bad, and I loved it, but I was scared because I was lost. I was surrounded in this concrete jungle, which I found no passion, no desire to be in. So I decided I would just search the beach. So I kept on walking, and I made it back to the hostel. Obviously there was nobody there, and after a while I realized it took me 2 hours to get there, which is about 10 minutes walk from where I was. So I probably did every possible road around the hostel before getting there. The hostel is close to the beach, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get back to the beach and finish this trip, because this was not fun. I need some fun back, I need some snakes. I went back to the beach, and the pattern, it took time, but it came back. And slowly I decided to just sit there and let it calm down. It was my first time, and I was really aware that I was full of shit. I should not have lied or tried to be cool. I was actually very happy being alone. At that moment I realized that the earth is connected, that we should always be part of nature. The water touched my feet, and I looked to gaze into the stars and understand the entire universe back then. And that was it. The trip faded peacefully. I went back to the hostel, and nothing was the same ever since. And that's it. Enjoy your ride.